Hey, it's Peter Voogd. Welcome all you game changers, entrepreneurs, hustlers, and you guys dedicated to excellence in all you do. If you're obviously on my subscriber list or you're watching this, you're someone that's serious about success. We want to talk, I brought my boys Austin Netzley and Mark Lack here to talk about not only our biggest breakthroughs, but something we've been working on for two and a half years. And we wanted to wait to bring this to the world till it was world class and really something that was the best in the industry. So for me, one of the biggest breakthroughs I had in the last 10 years, when I really think about it, and when I really dig deep into what has helped me build an online and offline empire, it's been joining a mastermind and elevating my network. I heard a quote years ago that changed my life, and you guys know it from my book, 6 Months to Six Figures, but it's if you want to be a millionaire, talk to billionaires because you'll get there quicker. There is nothing that's made a bigger impact on my success, my peace of mind, my confidence, my relationships, my empire than being part of a mastermind with like-minded people that are looking to elevate their game and just getting rid of toxic people who don't make me feel exceptional. The reason my book came out was because it was an idea at a mastermind. The reason I got access to write for Forbes and Entrepreneur Magazine was from a mastermind. Some of the connections I've had that have helped me make an extra 7 figures was from a mastermind. So I think all of us would agree that some of the biggest breakthroughs we've had is just elevating our circle of influence. You're one of the best networkers on the planet, and you once didn't have a network, but you elevated that. You've built 7-figure businesses, you quit the corporate job, and because you were around higher level people, you were able to leave a great corporate job paying you a lot of money to build a business on your terms. So I'll start with you, Austin. What's been in a mastermind, why has a mastermind changed your life, and what's a breakthrough you've had? And also I want you to tell the Tony Robbins story because that's badass.
Yeah, for sure. So anytime you talk about success, whether we're talking about business or personal, it all starts with one thing. That's your mindset, right? And how do you instantly change your mindset? You change your network. So just by getting out of the corporate world, by cutting a few people out of my life, by joining a mastermind, which was by far the best entrepreneurship decision I've ever made in my life, I changed my network and I changed my mindset. And from there I started to see what's really possible. Like, it blows my mind every single week or every single time I talk to somebody who's doing 7 or 8 figures. I'm like, you make 7 or 8 figures doing that? Like, it's amazing what you can achieve if you have the right mentality, if you have the right connections, the right strategies. And that's why we're excited to get together, partner up, and share some cool things with you. And then the story about Jack Canfield and Tony Robbins. So Jack was at about $5 million a year. And he was talking to Tony Robbins. He's like working his butt off. He's like, Tony, dude, you're making 100 million. I'm sitting here only at 5 million. Like, what's the difference? What's your secret? And Tony instantly responds. He says, your mastermind network. What's their average net worth? And Jack does some calculations. He takes them in and he says, 4 to 6 million or so? He's like, exactly. My mastermind network, Tony responds, nobody has a net worth under $100 million. And that's what I want to challenge you to do. Change your network. How can you do that? Join a mastermind. Find the one that's a right fit for you, and it'll change the game overnight for you.
I love it. And to be honest, this is probably the strangest invitation. You know me, I'm very big on adding value. I want to make sure that I give better free content than most people pay thousands for. So if we ever invite you for anything, it's going to exceed expectations 100 times. But I want my boy Mark, who has been a friend of mine for years now, who I've seen grow like crazy, and he spent close to $500,000 on personal growth these last couple years. But we're going to give you guys the strangest invitation you've ever received. So, and I also want you to talk about some of your biggest breakthroughs in a mastermind, but go ahead.
One of the biggest things that really was a shift in my paradigm of how to go from 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures, and 10 figures is you get better and better and better at putting the systems and the team in place to do the things that you should not be doing. Now, what I mean by that is most people that are doing 6 figures a year is because for the work they do, they get paid 6 figures for that. People that are doing 8 figures, 9 figures, 7 figures, 10 figures, they're not doing almost any of the work that's generating the income. They put the team and they put the systems in place, and that's what's generating 7, 8, 9, 10 figures. Anyone who's doing 7, 8, 9, 10 figures, if you ask them, they have a team, they have systems in place, and the difference between 7, 8, 9, and 10 is better teams and better systems, bigger teams and bigger systems. And so the shift for me, and I'm hoping for you too, because you're probably in that situation where, like all of us, we were at 6 figures, and how we got to 7 figures was starting to feel comfortable in knowing how to do the right thing at the right time in the right order, which is, how do I know when the right time and how much money I should allocate to hiring my first employee, or my second, or my third? Because it may not seem like a big deal, but the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh employee you hire, those are the most crucial. The difference between the first and the second employee is absolutely exponential for the difference it can have on your business in a good way or a bad way. The systems you choose to invest in or not invest in because you just don't know what the right ones are or how to use them or how to scale them, this type of stuff is how you're going to grow your business to 7 figures, 8 figures and beyond. It's getting better at the team, knowing how to hire people, how to train people, how to build company culture, and then how to put systems in place that allow you to scale a business. The reason why you're at 6 figures right now, or maybe not even 6 figures, is because all the money that you're generating is in direct proportion to how much effort and energy you are putting out into the world. So it's very difficult to go to 7 figures because you only have so much time. You only have so much value you can create. You only have so much that you can give in proportion to how much the world and people will pay you for the value you create. So until you put systems in place to do the work for you, until you make your money work for you, until you use that money to hire people to work for you and make systems work for you, it's very unlikely you will ever get to a sustainable and scalable 7 figures and beyond. And so if you understand anything from what I'm taking away here, you will not get to 7 figures until you surround yourself with people like us who can show you step by step exactly how we did it in different industries, how we've helped literally thousands of other entrepreneurs make their first 6 figures, go to multiple 6 figures, and go to 7 figures, and now working to the beyond, to the 8-figure level. But it all comes back to systems, team, marketing, and mindset. And so when you surround yourself in an environment, not only do we show you step by step in all the different verticals and industries how it's possible to go from 6 figures to 7 figures, you are also surrounding yourself with people who can help hold you accountable to the mindset and the beliefs you need to embody within yourself to be able to know that it's possible to make 7 figures this year, even if you're only making $250,000 or $100,000.
And here's what you have to realize too, that I didn't realize why I was stuck at 6 figures. You cannot do more of what got you to 6 figures to get to 7. It is a different paradigm. It's a different system, different set of standards. You were just with John Asraf in Colorado. Yeah. What is he making? You could say this, I'm guessing. Well, it doesn't matter. I love you guys.
Tens of millions of dollars.
But what per month on average?
7 figures a month.
A month.
We're talking about trying to make 7 figures a year for you or for the people that are going to be invited into this strange invitation of an inner circle we're creating. But 7 figures a year, that's a whole different game than 7 figures a month. And we're talking about guys that are doing 7 figures a month. They're using the same systems, the same principles of building a team. They're just doing it at a bigger level. And so that's what you have to understand is if you don't have anyone on your team or you don't have partners, you don't have systems, and you don't have consistent leads that you can just crank the knob and reach more people because you don't even know how, this is all just the little simple things that you need to dial in, but that's what we're going to be able to support you in doing. And the reason it's not difficult.
And the reason I asked that, I was at Ryan Blair's house, who is worth over $500 million. Yeah. You've helped Brian Tracy create a best-selling book, and you've seen people making 7 figures a month. There's no shortage of money. I hate when people, I don't hate it because I was dead broke, and I see people complain. We've been broke. But these days, with technology, with information out there, with things that have been created, there's no reason you should not right now already be making 7 figures because there's no shortage of money. There's only a shortage of people willing to change, willing to invest in themselves, and actually learn how to become more valuable. And that's what we want to share with you guys. Did you have anything to say?
No.
Got it. So talk about the strangest, I don't even want to edit this. This is too funny. So talk about the invitation that we've been working on for the last 2 years, and we feel like it's finally ready. And to be honest, being blunt, it's not for everybody. Most of you people watching, it's probably not even for you, but explain it a little bit.
So giving you a little bit of background about first what the strangest invitation is. People invest 10, 15, 20 grand for a day to work with me. I'm not saying that to impress you, but rather to validate the fact that this strange invitation is going to be something that you want to be a part of. So I have taken 4 years to position myself with the knowledge, the skill sets, the connections, and the confidence to be able to put something out in the marketplace that people consistently invest 10, 15, 20 grand for a day for. So this invitation has taken us years to figure out how can we make something so world-class, so affordable, not to everybody, but to people who qualify, that it's such a no-brainer. And what makes it strange is that most invitations, like to a party or to anything, people want you to attend it. It's like,
please apply,
it's an
come here.
Yeah. You're supposed to come. But the difference in why ours is strange is because Although we may be putting the invitation out there, it's simply to see who responds. You do not get invited simply because you apply. The thing that makes it strange is we actually don't want probably 99% of the people who receive it or see it to even be interested, because you're not going to qualify. And the only way to find out is to go to get the information to find out if you qualify for this. And this does sound a little strange right now because it's supposed to. We want you to take action if you're committed. If you think you're a game changer, if you're committed to being a game changer, you not only want to have more money and financial freedom to do what you love, but ultimately you want to create an impact in the world. Ultimately, you want to be more of an influencer where you can truly actually change people's lives with your product and your service and create the life of your dreams. And the fastest way to go from 6 figures to 7 figures we were talking about is to change your environment. Who you're around. And when you change who you're around by changing your environment, and you do that over 6 months, 12 months, that's when shifts really start to happen. If you have access directly into the pipeline of the people who consistently generate 7 and 8 figures and beyond, how much faster are you going to do that? If you think about right now, if you can't really quickly name 10 people on your hands that you could call and they'd actually respond to you on their cell phone that are doing 7 or 8 figures, that's because your environment and your network is the reason why you are at 6 figures, because you don't have 10 people that you could just call that are at the 7-figure level. And so when you join an environment of people who are your family, who are there for you, that you can call on their cell phone, you can email them anytime in the day or the night, and we will be there to answer your questions, to support you, know about your business, know about your goals, and help you put the pieces and the systems and the team in place. It's not about the resources you don't have, it's how to leverage the resources you do have to achieve the goals that you want. Now, if any of this sounds exciting, if you think it'd be amazing to have access to a pipeline of people who are there for you, who are going to teach you exactly how to take your business, your lifestyle, your income, and your impact to the next level, then somewhere I'm sure our team's going to plug this video on a landing page or on social media. There will be a link somewhere.
It'll be in the bio. It'll be
Find
up here.
the link.
Find it. And we're gonna make sure that you know all about it. But like I said, it's not for everybody. And we keep talking about 6 figures, and you know me, I'm very blunt and straightforward, because sometimes the things you don't want to hear are the things you need to hear. If you're sitting there and you haven't even made 6 figures, you have to give yourself a reality check. Like, I'm not joking. You have to give yourself a reality check. Like, I'm in a world with massive technology. There's people making $1 million a day, not a month. Yeah. There's people making $1 million a day, and I'm not making 6 figures in a year. Something has to change. So you have to take action. And the number one reason, we talk about this a lot, why most people don't thrive and why they have regret when they're 60, 70, is they never tell themselves now matters. They're always like, you know, right now is not the right time because these things. There's never gonna be the right time. You have to create the right time by taking action right away. So don't be that person that says, oh yeah, I'll do something later. Now matters more than ever. Most people, sadly, spend the first half of their life saying they're too young, then the second half saying they're too old. Don't be like most people. The reason why we're millennials, we're young, and we've had the success we've had is because we've told ourselves now matters. We're urgent. We create urgency in everything we do, but we make sure we build things strategically so it's not attached to our time, so we can ultimately hit what I think the key to life is building a world-class lifestyle on your terms, so you can live life the way you want to live it, not let someone else tell you what you're worth. So if you want to apply, if you want to check out what this is about, go to the link and see if it's for you. But like I said, it's not for most people.
And guys, this is a limited time opportunity, all right? We just opened it up. We're shutting it down. Check it out. See if it's for you. And the cool thing of what we're talking about is it's all about momentum, right? We've all been at the start where we don't have that momentum. But when you do have momentum, things become easier. Opportunities are coming to you, connections. It's more fun, much more lucrative, and it's amazing what you can do. Ignite that momentum. This is how you can do exactly that. So find the link, check it out, see if it's for you. But like we said, this isn't for most people. If you're most people, go ahead and stop this video or go watch cat videos or whatever you want. But this is for the select, the elite, the people that we want to connect with on a day-to-day basis, and we're excited to share it with you.
And a final note, one of my mentors that when I was getting started a handful of years back, I invested $25,000 for one day, $25,000 for one day with him. And what he taught me was, he said, Mark, look, most people, when they get to their deathbed, I think all of us actually, when we get to our deathbed, our final day, we don't look back and reflect on our life and think, man, I regret all the things I did. We regret the things we didn't do. And this will be one of those things that whether you end up regretting that you didn't do it because the doors close in a couple days or weeks, depending on when you're watching this video, or whether this is one of those things that you end up regretting because 3 years, 5 years from now, you wake up in the same place with less money or the same money in your bank account.
Because I can't.
Right? I do too.
That thought kills me to think about I'm in the same spot a year go by.
So don't wake up even in a week when the doors are closed. Don't wake up in a few years, because that's my nightmare, is waking up and being in the same place financially, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, with my relationships, with my impact in the world. You need to grow. So don't wake up tomorrow regretting, I should have just taken action, or at least click the link and seen what this is all about. Take action now. Again, you're gonna have to find the link. I don't know where you're watching this video, but it's on here somewhere. Take action now.
And I hope you guys got some, even if it's not for you, we always want to come from a place of value. And to be very honest, it might, if you're watching this later, it might have already closed. Yeah, so if it is, you could put your email in and we'll give you updates when it's coming back, but we don't know if it's going to be a year or 10 years. We might close it off forever.
It took us already 2 or 3 years to even create what we're talking about here. So this is going to be something that if you get in, you can be part of whatever the future thing looks like. But if you miss out, odds are you're never going to get in.
Appreciate you guys. Hope you got some value. Comment below. Let us know if you have any questions or what you're excited about. Let us know. Click or write apply below if you applied, and we're going to personally reach out to you and see if you're a good fit. So have an amazing day, guys. We'll talk to you guys soon.
See ya.
See ya.